It's just about to turn 11. I ended up passing those 3 Apex accounts today, so I'll be able to get that special PA fee deal since I passed them before the 6th. Definitely started off pretty rough. I was down a bunch one day, then I made it back the other day, and I was basically starting out around break even today, but I got all 3 passed. I passed 2 of them at first, and the third one I only needed like 50 cents to pass, and on that last trade I took a loss, and then I ended up down like $700 and I had to make it all back. So kind of a little roller coaster on that last one, but ended up getting that one passed too. I did not trade any of the Lucid accounts this morning. I was doing some overnight trading, and I was copy trading all 8 accounts and just doing some stupid stuff. I was down this morning like $700 on the Apex accounts, so I didn't want to trade any of the Lucid accounts. Pretty much every time I try to do crazy stuff and pass evals quickly, I end up doing some stupid stuff, and I don't want that behavior to leak over into the Lucid accounts, so I've just not been trading those today. So now that I've got the Apex accounts passed, I'll have the lifetime activation fee on those, and then with Lucid I can take as long as I want. There's no monthly fees or anything, so just going to take my time on all 8 accounts. I actually just took a long there. I've been waiting for it to come down to S1 pivot. We had a bunch of divergence building up as we were approaching S1, point control into the wicks. I got a terrible fill, so I think I only got around 5 points there. Had some more divergence and an imbalance signal to the upside right as we were at S1 pivot, so I did end up trading the Lucid accounts just now. I got the Apex accounts turned off. So kind of a mixed bag for the first day of the trading new year, but now I've got 8 accounts that I can take my sweet time on. Just try and trade responsibly, not do any stupid shit. We're getting a nice bounce off the S1 pivot now. I've got a micro NQ 1 minute setup here. I've got the ES 1 minute chart over here. Got the 5 minute NASDAQ and a 60 minute chart. I'll show you some more about these chart setups at some point in this video. I just grabbed another 10 points here at the S1 pivot. Got another cumulative delta reversal signal and an imbalance signal to the upside. Appeared when we were down here right at the pivot. I know that doesn't look like much, but that popped up over 15 points right there. 34 to 50. I hit the X button when it was pretty much right at 10 points. I think I got around 9. I just didn't want to trade my Lucid accounts today while I was trying to pass these Apex accounts in one day, because I was definitely trading the Apex accounts differently than I normally would, just trying to pass them in one day. And I did not want that to affect my Lucid accounts. But now that I stopped trading these, just checking out what's going on in the markets, and if some good trades pop up, might take a couple. I even took an ES trade today on my Apex accounts. The ES just moves kind of slow most of the time and doesn't really fit my mental trading style most of the time, but when things are really moving, it's kind of fun to trade. And I do like looking for confluences in the ES. If the ES is approaching certain key levels, or if there's tons of delta coming in on the ES, I do like to be aware of that when I'm trading the NQ. So for this 1 minute MNQ chart setup, I've got the trend and reversal indicator with the cumulative delta as an input. It's painting the backgrounds. It's also painting these gold arrows, and it's painting these orange divergence triangles. There's one up here, there's another one down here. And then for the outlines of the candles, I've got the ultimate delta painting just the outlines of the candles. And I've got a pretty basic threshold. I've got it set to 0 as the threshold for level 1 for the lime green outline and the regular red outline. And then if the delta exceeds 200 to the upside or the downside, that's my level 1. I've got it painting dark green outlines or dark red outlines. And then for the insides of the candles, I've got the ultimate Heikin-Ashi painting the insides of the candles either green or red. But if there's single bar divergence, you can see there's some right there. We got a black inside of the candle, black inside of the candle, black inside of the candle. That's being painted by the ultimate delta. That will paint over top of the ultimate Heikin-Ashi color. letting me know there's some single bar divergence on that candle. Then these blue and pink arrows, this is from the MMT polarity. Got imbalance signals to the upside and the downside. Then I've got one extra set of divergences. This is a separate instance of the trend and reversal, and this is based on the Chaikin oscillator as an input. It's one of my favorite inputs for divergences. That's this red triangle right here. So lots of different ways to use the trend and reversal indicator. You can measure the trend, reversal, and divergence of just about any indicator that you use as an input series. Highly recommend experimenting with that. So back in current time, we had some single bar divergence here. Point of control down into the wick. Imbalance signal to the upside. We're getting a nice push up now. So here for the trend and reversal indicator, I've got the trend flow on. Got my SMA filter on with a period of 3, strength of 1. The directional filter is off. Then I've got it only painting the background. I've got the reversals on. Look back of 9, overbought, oversold of 60 and 40. Trend core is off. Divergence is on. 90 and 10 for the overbought, oversold. Look back of 1. Then the input series using the MMT ultimate delta in cumulative mode, and I've got the plot as the delta close. So all of those signals are based off of the cumulative delta. I've got the ultimate Heikin-Ashi on the chart. I'm just using the trend feature. It's just painting the bars, not the outline. So just the inside of the bars. The ultimate delta, I've got it just painting the outlines, not the bars. So it's just painting the outlines of the candles. I've got level 1 on. Level 1 is set to 0. Got level 2 on. Level 2 is set to 200. So for my level 1 brush, I've got lime green and red. For the level 2, I've got green and dark red. I'm not using any of the other features besides single bar divergence. And this is just painting the bar color, not the outline. Color is black. Then here's my second instance of the trend and reversal. I'm only using the divergence feature, 90, 10, and 1. And my input series is the Chaikin oscillator with default settings. And I've got this set to calculate on price change, just like the other instance of the trend and reversal. If you want less signals and potentially more solid signals, you could have it calculate on bar close. I like to have it on price change and potentially catch some moves intrabar, but I'm definitely factoring in a lot of different things before I take a trade. I'm never just taking a trade simply because a signal appears. You will get a lot more signals when calculating on price change. With the MMT polarity, I've got all factory default settings except for the washout signals. These are the stronger washout signals, 20, 20, 2, and 2. I've got a new template up in the WAP user area for anyone that owns the MMT polarity that will set up the polarity on your charts with these extra strong washout signal settings, although it's pretty easy to change these 4 numbers. Imbalance signals are default settings. I just changed the arrow colors. I took a couple more trades while I've been doing some video editing, grabbed another 18 points or so. We just had a ton of imbalance signals building up, divergence, reversal. So anytime I had some stronger delta coming in, I grabbed along a couple times down here. And then check out the single bar divergence on the 5-minute. As we were coming down, delta was moving higher. Then we started to get a bunch of delta on this 5-minute candle. So the more we lingered, the more bullish sentiment that was building up. I felt confident taking a couple of bounce trades along there. So I made back a little bit of the losses from my overnight trading. I did not think that this thing was going to pull up that far in the overnight session. I think I got stuck in a trade around the pivot point and it just kept going. Now that I'm on the East Coast, I need to just stick to the 1 hour New York Open session. That's always my best time for trading. Grabbed another little long, just a little bounce right off of the 20 SMA. Didn't hold it for very long. Definitely going to be done for the day now. Take the small loss on the Lucid accounts and start fresh next week with 8 accounts that I don't have to rush at all. Pretty excited about that. Hope everyone had a happy New Year's. Appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.